How many times have you visited a doctor because a friend recommended them? Or went to a restaurant because mama approved it? That is the power of recommendations. And imagine utilizing recommendations to boost your career. Because on LinkedIn, recommendations act like professional public testimonials that people make for you. When people publicly say, I have worked with this person and I love what this person does and this person did XYZ for me. That is the kind of influence that you can never create simply by talking about yourself. Hi, I am Karishmaa, a model, anchor, author turned LinkedIn personal branding and corporate employee branding expert. And today, I'm going to give you my 4-step framework to help you write amazing recommendations. We use this for our clients at Kmark, and I'm sure you've experienced this live with me if you've attended any of my EOP programs. And keep watching until the end because I have a bonus for you. Now, I want you to think of recommendations as testimonials, where people come and vouch for your work, talk about your professionalism, and highlight the impact that you have created for them. Recommendations just don't create trust. They create a perceived value of how influential your work is. They influence people to believe how good your work is. Because instead of you saying you are great at what you do, it is others putting a stamp on it. It is others putting a stamp on how great your work is. Now, who should you ask for recommendations? The best of your recommendations comes from your managers, your founders, your colleagues, or someone you've worked with closely. And when is the best time to ask? When you've just had a positive performance review, when you've just finished a successful project, or when you've just received a positive feedback, because when something is fresh in the mind, it's easier to express it in words. Now, before we move ahead, I want to discuss about something that most people confuse amongst all the time. Endorsements versus recommendations. Now, you know there are your skills that you update on LinkedIn, let's say marketing strategist, analyst, team skills, communication. Now, when people come and click on those skills, they validate those skills, they're basically endorsing you. However, when people come on your LinkedIn profile and write about the work you did for them, how you did them, what result did you help them with, that is when they are recommending you, typically giving you a public testimonial on LinkedIn. It is recommendations that carry more weight. And what is the best trick to get more recommendations? Give first to receive more recommendations. When you go ahead and write a recommendation for someone, people instantly feel motivated to come back and return the favor. Now, instead of asking you to spam your heads around how to write and get great recommendations, I have put together an in-depth cheat sheet, which is my LinkedIn recommendations cheat sheet. It's in the description below. Go grab it, open it alongside the video so that I can help you write your very first recommendation. Now, think of someone you'd want to recommend. And now let's call this person Person A. I'm going to give you my 4-step framework, which is called the STAR framework. Start with defining the situation. This helps you set the stage. Ask yourself, where did you work with this person? For example, I worked with Sarah on XYZ project. I reported Neha on ABC project. Rahul and I collaborated on this project together. Now, next is T, which stands for task. Clearly define and describe what task did that person perform for you. Let's say Rahul was responsible for marketing strategy. Sarah was responsible for leading product operations. This clearly specifies what was expected out of that person. Now, step 3 is to define A, that stands for action. What action did that person take in that situation to complete that task? Sarah worked on creative strategy, designed posts, wrote LinkedIn copies. Rahul reached out to influencers, negotiated with them, and designed the entire brand campaign. We clearly need to describe the kind of steps the person took to achieve that task. Step 4 is to define the R, which stands for result. What result did that person A achieve in that particular project? This is the most important part because without a result, there's no point of having actions in place. So let's say Rahul helped revenue increase by 30%. Sarah helped reduce CPM by 5%. If you see, throughout this framework, you're not just talking about, okay, X did Y for me and I like him for that. You are literally putting down someone's personality and persona. By now you'll notice you're not wildly thinking about what to write. You've already put together a context, situation, task, action and results. You don't need to think about what to write anymore. You already have your pointers ready. Now I will also help you polish and put together this particular recommendation, because I'm sure these are some rough pointers here and there. However, one single request, you may pause the video if you want. Ensure that all of this information that you've compiled together is in depth. Once that's there, we'll polish it. Simply go to ChatGPT and paste this prompt along with your answers. The prompt says, act as a professional LinkedIn copywriter, write a LinkedIn recommendation for person A, you can replace with the name of the person, highlighting their strengths, professionalism and impact. Use the star method. Here are my notes. Just copy STAR and your pointers underneath. And this is how your demo input should look like, while this is how your demo output should look like. Now let's go ahead and publish this recommendation. There are two scenarios. Scenario 1 is a case when you've already given or received a recommendation. Scenario 2 is when you're giving or receiving a recommendation for the very first time. I'll show you both of those on my screen. If you've recommended someone earlier or someone else has recommended you, go to that person's LinkedIn profile and scroll down. Click on recommend and fill in the required details. Once you're done, click send. I'm going to fill in these details later. If it's your first time giving or receiving a recommendation, go to person's LinkedIn profile, click on these three dots below the headline section and click on request a recommendation. And by the way, if this video has been helping you so far, please take a second to hit the like button and share this with someone who's trying to grow their LinkedIn. It motivates me to bring more such mini masterclasses for you. Now let me quickly show you how to request a recommendation. Go to your LinkedIn profile and scroll to recommendation section. You'll see this plus icon. Select ask for recommendation. Now choose the person or type in their name. LinkedIn will ask for your relationship with them and the role you work together in. Now write a short message like this. Hi, name, I really enjoyed working with you on project. Would you mind writing a quick recommendation highlighting specific skill or achievement? I'd really appreciate your perspective. The key is to remind them what you all work together on. Make it so easy for them that they don't procrastinate recommending you. By the way, I've put together this message in my recommendations cheat sheet already. Now here's the bonus tip that I mentioned earlier. On LinkedIn, you can actually control the quality of recommendations that people see. You can choose if you want to show or hide a particular recommendation. So endorsement is a very small way and very easy way of validating someone's skills on LinkedIn. Let's go to this person A's profile and scroll down to their skills section. Now when you scroll down to their skills section and you click endorse on skills that you have seen them demonstrate, it takes a few seconds but builds goodwill and often leads people to come and endorse you back. If you want to optimize your LinkedIn profile further, I'd request you to subscribe to my channel, because this video is a part of my LinkedIn profile optimization masterclass, where I've already covered your profile picture, your headline, your about, your banner and a lot of more topics, and we'll be bringing more topics ahead. Alright, this is Karishmaa Singhal signing off. See you in the next one.